kind of heads-up play, knowing where Chosen was going to upgrade his next base, and actually Chosen being right there on ahead of time to have that layer, worried about his hive getting taken down. Ooh, Thor is getting knocked down in the air, and that is so devastating. So QXC, unfortunate turn of events, and I really like the way he's played this match thus far, but losing several Thors, several medevacs. He actually, even if he didn't manage to keep those Thors alive, he needed to keep those medevacs alive to kind of supplement this Marauder force. Some SCVs suiciding to the 3 o'clock position. I'm not quite sure what this is about, maybe trying to steal some minerals or something. But they're going to engage a large army right here and get taken out rather rapidly. QXC maybe creating a distractionary attack. He could have maybe, I don't know, maybe he feels like he's just a little bit oversupplied in that regard. He does have 52 SCVs, and that is about 1/4 the supply of his army, where at this stage probably doesn't need it. He is running a pretty high resource army. You can see he's got 1,300 resources. Otherwise, he's just going to use mules to mine. Unfortunately, aimed that a little bit off, a little bit to the back, so it's not going to be that huge a difference. And upgrading to orbital command here at the inside 6. Somewhere in here, I actually missed it, probably during those attacks along that back edge. It looks like Chosen was able to march in and take out that 9 o'clock base, which he must have expended a lot of units to do. And now he's just got a really formidable army. The Broodlords moving in, the Hydralisks, tons of roaches marching forward, a huge amount of Marauders. But the thing is, the Marauders, the target priority goes to the Broodlords, unfortunately, which just makes them so much more so difficult to deal with. You really have to go Viking to kind of counter this. And if you have a Hydralisk, it looks actually we're seeing battle cruisers, and that'll work as well. But not a lot of starports to provide a lot of those big end units that he really wants. Looks like actually he has 3 battle cruisers already out in the field along this kind of hidden corner. Really nice placement from QXC. So never mind, he does have the. Actually, I should go to this production tab. He does have the units he's looking for. He's also getting the Behemoth reactor, and probably going to be getting Yamato in short end to try to deal with these Broodlords as best as possible. So, but the thing is Hydralisks underneath this army can be extremely strong, can really rip things up, can just unleash a ton of damage. Yeah, Greater Spire weapons being upgraded, so it's going to be basically what's more powerful is Broodlords, or if QXC can pick off some of these Broodlords to make his ground infantry all the more powerful. And a huge army of roaches starting to move out. Both players doing a little bit of positioning right now. I got to give, and it looks like, wow, some nice, just crazy suicide attacks from QXC constantly in this match. And sorry I didn't catch that. It's kind of hard to tell on the creep of just these individual units running back. But he's been able to just devastate this base at the far position multiple times with just skeleton crews, taking out a lot of units just here and there. A couple of Vikings wandering out. I think they were hoping to catch some Broodlords in open field. Doesn't look like they were able to do so. And once again, QXC actually distance mining here the gold expansion to 9 o'clock, which makes me kind of curious why he decided to do that when he had killed all those SCVs off a little bit earlier, but we'll see. I think it was just an oversupply issue, but now distance mining, go figure. Once again, the army's checking the bottom right hand corner just in case. This expansion being completely abandoned. Looks like he just lifted off and pulled off when he saw all those troops in the corner. Another little skeleton suicide crew with a couple spine crawlers being upgraded, running in before the spine crawlers are complete. Might be able to slow down Chosen's economy a little bit for just a second, but spine crawlers now there and still trying to still trying to get kills, and QXC doing some nice maneuvering in this game to try to stay in this match and also prevent the Broodlord attacks from coming. But right now he's locked to 2 bases, one of which is, never mind, he's locked to basically no bases. Sorry, 1 base. I thought this was a lot more mined out than it was. So about 100, well, it's pretty well mined out, so half a base, I'm going to say. Yeah, and if this resource war, if it continues, the longer the game goes, the more things are going to work out in his favor. Finally finding the kind of sneaky resource planting, and that was actually clever, planting Vikings there to try to keep the Overlords away, but not really in position to do so. So losing some SCVs, might lose these Vikings as well. And right now QXC in a lot of trouble. He's got a lot of supply, but he really can't replenish his army as rapidly as Chosen can, and additionally he just doesn't have the supply to kind of back it up. A big army encroaching here, that orbital command completely vulnerable, these starports vulnerable, additional command centers vulnerable, these Broodlords being a little bit preoccupied by the towers, but all of Chosen's army engaging right here, and you can see the battle cruisers now just unleashing as much damage as they can. And fungal growth on top of the battle cruisers is going to stick them in place. The Hydralisks is trying to eat away. Unfortunately, the Hydralisks looks like they were kind of not targeting the battle cruisers and therefore not doing the damage they really need to. A queen in the army, you don't want to see that. Now here's the thing, yes, Chosen lost a lot of those troops, so watch how quickly he's able to replenish this attack force very, very rapidly. Oh, there's some Yamato able to just pick those broodlords off. This is the thing, he also stopped production here, so yes, a lot of battle cruisers up in the air, very large attack force. 120 supply actually left over, so both players getting completely drained. But watch the supply rapidly increase for Chosen between that spawn larva and between just the huge amount of resources that he has. QXC feeling like he did okay, won that battle, is going to try to sneak out, retake this expansion, and pray for the best, hope that he doesn't get basically counterattacked right along this corner. But 141 supply already, and you're going to see that hit 200 in very short measure. QXC actually doing kind of a weird gambit. He's going to try to take both bases at either corner and try to play it that way and try to make kind of a, and then also attack straight up the middle, try to, wow. And this is going to be kind of an interesting maneuver, because even if he's managed to do some damage here, he's in a desperately risky situation, just being low on resources and not able to replenish his attack troops very rapidly. Wow, all Broodlord apparently. Broodlord Corruptor in mass to kind of counter this big air, big ground army. And unfortunately, this is the worst position, I think, to engage, because those spine crawlers will take care of a lot of those troops underneath, and those Corruptors should be able to devastate a lot above. Exposed Overlords, though, and now the Corruptor is actually almost baiting, running in, and they're going to eat these battle cruisers alive. Nice Yamatos, though, and not, unfortunately, still individual targeting, and that's a lot of Corruptors to take that out. The rest of the Marauders moving in to try to take out the rest of these spine crawlers. There are some roaches and some Hydralisks to take care of that, and as soon as these battle cruisers are taken care of, you're going to see Chosen morph a lot of these into the Broodlords once again. That's only a single, yeah, that's a single battle cruiser left. And yeah, Chosen just able to defend very easily. QXC with not much of an army left, and I don't think he's going to be able to defend either expansion, but it's up to Chosen to kind of go and take either or out. So upgrading just a couple Broodlords. He's still running actually a little bit low on gas, but doing excellent on the mineral count, still getting a lot of minerals in, still has near 200 supply compared to the 80, only 100 supply, so almost double supply on the other corner. QXC still finding troops out of nowhere. He does have a pretty large bank actually, but he's building expensive units, which is the battle cruisers. Maybe if he can pray and hope that he's not going to be facing a lot of Broodlords and go a little bit more Marauder heavy here. Not able to saturate these bases either, it looks like. Just down to 25 SCVs. Oh, battlecruisers getting caught in open field. And yeah, now Broodlord combination, Corruptor army moving forward, marching on, and it looks like, yeah, I've got to say, this orbital command center, it's got to be scared, especially knowing, hey, there's Zerg in the area, and specifically Broodlords in the area. In fact, almost seeing the Broodlords, you almost be like, no, GG, I run away, flee. This army, yeah, not gonna, and you can see the target priority goes to the ground units instead of the Hydralisks, so just makes your ground army so much more powerful. The Marauders trying to retreat, running for their lives, and they are doing the proper thing when Broodlords are in the area, which is run. Run! The Broodlings running up, doing a lot of damage, and that cleans up that command center down, and those poor SCVs. It almost reminds me of the Mummy and the Scarabs. They just eat things alive. In fact, if this ever turned into a movie, that's basically what you would expect to see from Broodlords. Little Scarab spine. I hate those things. They freak me out. Anyway, QXC has basically no army at this stage. It looks like Chosen, despite the awesome Thor harass at the beginning, is gonna end up falling behind and losing this match just through pure macro game. Some nice defense from Chosen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.